Hi guys. So this video is going to go along with the full assignment or assignments for the week. It's really a 2-in-1, which means what I would do is I would do most of it Tuesday, Wednesday, and then the other last piece either Thursday or ideally really Thursday because it's due Friday at noon. So I am going to present my screen to you, and I'm going to show you basically exactly what you guys are all going to do this week. So what I would suggest is as you watch this video, you're going to pull up the assignment for the week. And I'm going to go back to the start of my assignment and present. Okay, so this week what we're going to be doing is creating SMART goals. Now, last week I made a mistake because I'm human, oops, and I have too many balls flying in the air, right? So I posted an assignment for y'all to do and then and a video that went along with it, but the assignment and the video didn't perfectly match, and one of you, thank you so much, brought it to my attention that I posted the wrong one. So I tried to fix that error. However, very few of you received the newer one. So the first part is really going to be a review for maybe like 15 of you guys, and the rest of you it will be brand new. So if you watched last week's video, you know about brain dumping. If you didn't watch about last week's video, a brain dump is literally just like brain to mouth, or in this case, a brain to finger, like verbal vomit, if you will. Okay, so the whole thing is I want you guys to figure out something to work on in terms of your health and fitness. And brain dump is like hold nothing back, right? Just let it go. You can see my sentences here are really terrible. So my brain dump was I want to run more. I want to make it to the top of the mountain without stopping running. I want to do more yoga. I want to be able to see the muscles in my arms again because I haven't really been lifting weights at all during this quarantine. I want to be able to fit into my last summer's clothes. I want to do better pull-ups and more of them. Again, terrible sentence. I want to be able to beat my push-up score and carry both my kids upstairs without being winded. Now, that's me just like, bleh, this is what I want to work on. Now what I'm going to do is think, okay, what do I want to focus on, really? Now, if we look back at this, I can kind of tie a couple in together, and I really do want to be able to, I'm enjoying running. It gets me out of the house. I get some alone time. I get to work on just me, and I really just get to clear my head. So running is definitely going to be one of them because that will help me with a lot of my goals. So I'm going to make it to the top of the mountain without stopping. And if I do that, then I'm going to have to run more, right? So I'll check that off the box. If I'm running more, then I'll be able to hopefully fit into last summer's clothes a little bit better. Right, and it will also help me get up the stairs carrying both of my children. Now, I'm going to work on 2 goals. You do not have to. You can just work on one. Just make sure it's something that you really, A, want to get after, and B, isn't super easy. Because if it's something that you could accomplish tomorrow, then it's not worth it. I mean, it could be worth it, totally, but not for this assignment. So my other one that I'm going to work on is to be able to do better pull-ups and more of them. Oh, that sounds terrible. Okay, so I'm thinking about those 2, and perhaps I could have gone in and highlighted them or underlined them or bolded them. Now what we're going to do is we're going to make these goals, these ideas, into a SMART goal, something that is very specific, something that I can measure, something that is achievable, which means I can do it, right? It's realistic. Yes, I can make a plan and realistically implement that plan, and it's timed or timely. So the first part of it, right, this is what your assignment kind of looks like. The first part of it is that specific. I said run to the top of the mountain and do more and better pull-ups. I'm pulling those right from the brain dump, and I'm throwing that in. These are the 2 things I want to work on, or the one thing, right? Pick. So I throw them in the specific. The next part is the measurable. How will you know when you've reached it? Now, you are not allowed to say, "'cause I did it." You need to get even more honed in on this point, right? So I'll actually make it the 1.5 miles. I'm telling my audience or my teacher, or in this case, I'm telling you all, right, that it's 1.5 miles up to the top, and then I turn around and run the 1.5 miles back. But I really want to make sure that I make it the 1.5 miles up without stopping, because I can make it the 1.5 miles back, no problem. Right now I can do 3 pull-ups. They're broken though, right? So I can maybe I can maybe do 2, right, all the way down, all the way up, all the way down, all the way up. But then on my next one, I've got to kip or I've got to take a break, and I can't do 5 of them in a row yet. So I know that right now I can do 3. I want to be able to complete 5 without stopping. So I'm going to pop those into my measurable piece. Once I'm able to complete 5 full pull-ups, boom, I know I've done it, right? To be able to, if I were to just write do better and more pull-ups, okay, so, right, like I can do 3 kind of right now, right? To do better pull-ups might be just to do 3 fluid, which I might be able to achieve in like a week and a half if I really work for it. So give yourself something that's a little bit challenging, but you can still actually accomplish it. So then this is the next question, right? Is it in your power to accomplish it? I'm saying yes. And then I'm giving you my plan on how I'm going to get there. Now, I don't want you to just say yes. That's not the full answer. Okay, yes, I can accomplish it, but I'm going to have to run 4 days a week. Now, could I accomplish this and run 6 days a week? Absolutely. Notice I didn't say 7 because I want to give myself at least 1 day off a week where I'm like, no fitness focused stuff, right? No workouts planned. So for me, right now, I'm running about 2 days a week. I'm gonna up it to 4 days a week. One of them is going to be an interval run where I push myself really, really hard on that Borg scale, right? Like maybe I'm running, sprinting up. I'm pushing at like that 18, 19 number. And then I might do that for 20 or 30 seconds. And then for the next 40 seconds to a minute, I'm going to bring it way back down to either a walk or a jog. And that'll be, like an 11 or a 12 on the Borg scale. And I'll do that on and off throughout my entire run up. That will help really increase my VO2 max, how well I'm able to draw oxygen in and transfer it to my working muscles so that when I do my steady runs, those other 3 days, my body is just better conditioned. I'm only doing 1 interval run because you don't want to do this a lot. It will overwork your body and you won't have enough time to recover. So something like that where like it's a HIIT workout, a high intensity intervals, right? I'm going up really, really high. I'm working at that 18, 19 on the Borg scale, and then I'm dropping back down, right? That's a HIIT, and high intensity interval training. You'd maybe do those 2 days a week. If you're deconditioned, you're not in great fitness shape, 1 day a week is awesome. And then the second part is I'll train my upper body 3 days a week. So one day I'm just going to work on pull-ups. We have a jungle gym, like in the backyard, and I'll just do pull-ups when my kids are swinging. And the other 2 days I'll actually focus in on weight training. So this isn't me, right, like hiding and doing weight workouts all on my own. I'm still going to weave this into my daily life. Okay, so I put it right back in that achievable place. And now the next part is, can you realistically achieve this? Yes, I can run 4 days a week. However, it will definitely require me to schedule my workouts because me working full-time from home, my husband working full-time from home, and also trying to teach my kids, and them just being home and being needy because they're younger, and they're kids, right? All of that will be challenging, so I'm definitely going to have to schedule stuff out, but doable. So there you go, pop it in the realistic. The next part is, when do you want to accomplish this by? Now, this again should not be something that, I want to accomplish it by tomorrow or by next Sunday, I want to accomplish this. If it's that short a time, it's not a big enough goal. I want you to get a little bit bigger on your goals. I'm saying by June 19th. So I've got 4 weeks to try to make both of these, like really work towards both of these goals. And it's a very specific date, right? By June 19th, the last day of school. Okay, so then we're gonna put this all together, right? The goal and the plan. So by June 19th, I will be able to run to the top of the mountain without stopping and complete 5 pull-ups. Now my plan, and this is where I get even more specific, is I'm gonna run the mountain Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday. I told you that I have to schedule my workouts. But I want the same thing from you. Give me your full plan. Don't just say like, I'm going to work out more, because that's not a plan, right? Working out more could mean that you do 5 extra minutes this week, which really isn't enough, especially if you have a goal that you're reaching for, not something that's like, oh, so super easy, I can get it done like that. You've got to be able to, you have to change something within your current schedule or regime in order to reach this goal. So let's work for it, right? 4 weeks left of school, let's work for something. So I'm gonna run Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday. One is an interval run. I'm gonna train upper body Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And in this case, I've got a little play. Whenever my interval run is, I'm gonna pick. How am I feeling Monday? If I'm feeling really, really good on Monday, today's Monday, maybe today I'll push my run. And Wednesday, Friday, Saturday will be long, steady runs. And then the same thing with upper body, right? If my kids are really into swinging on Wednesday, then I'll just do my pull-ups then. That way I don't lose time with them. So this is what it will look like, right? The very bottom. All right. Now this is like pause, breathe. That's really the first assignment. Here, let me go back to here. That's where assignment 1, I would say, ends. Now I'd pause this video or stop, walk away. You can watch the rest of this now, but just know that the first assignment, that's a big one. Stop. The next part of the assignment is tell me what you did. Now, what did you do in your action plan and when did you do it, right? So my plan is to run the mountain Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, and train upper body Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Today is Monday. So I would say, what's today's date? It's like May 25th. There we go. All right, so I'd say on May 25th, I did a steady run up the mountain. This is me typing, right? I did a steady run up the mountain. I stopped twice, and I did my pull-ups today. I worked on pull-ups for 10 minutes, and I completed 15 of them. 3 without stopping, right? I would just tell me what you did, right? If your goal is to beat your mile time score, if your goal is to really work on being able to hold a handstand, right? It can be a fitness skill like that. You're going to tell me what you did. So, right, if my goal is to be able to hold a handstand, today I worked on, in my plan, I had, I don't know, you might have, right, to do 100 donkey kicks and slowly have your feet come higher than your head. I don't know, guys, because I'm not a gymnast. So, right, like think of something that is within your realm. Tell me what you did. And that part needs to you need to make sure that it's in the my plan, right? This part right here. So you're going to tell me about what in the my plan did you do already. Hopefully you're doing all of the my plan. Like this is a plan for every week. And I would tell you about what it is that I did. All right, so I'm going to stop presenting. And you can just see my face again. Woo! So that is this week's full assignment. It's a long one. And you need to make sure that you do this because next week we're going to build off of this assignment. So, right, I told you that we're going to work on this at least for the rest of the school year, that last 4 weeks. So make sure that your goal is timed by at least June 19th, at the earliest June 19th. If you want to push it out a little bit further, right? If you like a round number of like the end of June, right? So what's June 30th? Or if you want to hit your goal by July 4th, I would go no longer than July 4th. So the latest your goal can be timed is July 4th. The earliest is June 19th, so that we can continually work on it for the rest of the school year. If you guys have questions, please reach out to me. I will host Google Meets significantly more often this week because I know that you're going to have trouble with this. If you need help specifically on the creating the plan for yourself, because you might have this lofty goal idea, but be like, Mrs. Perkins, I don't know what intervals are. Like, can you explain that more? Absolutely. That's why I'm here. Okay, so I'm going to say goodbye. Happy weekend. I hope, or week rather, right? I hope you just had a nice weekend. It is Memorial Day right now for me, and it is chilly. So I'm hoping that it warms up so I can get outside and play. Okay. Bye, guys. If I can figure out how to stop this. Okay, got it.